Hi, Jay.
Hello. I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, I wasn't saying something.
Oh, okay. You moved your mouth, so I was like, you said something, but I
Oh,
didn't.
I don't know.
I had a nightmare today about missing this meeting.
Oh, really?
I
Is
was
it
like,
that
oh
scary?
shit. Huh? Sorry?
Is it that scary?
Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to discuss something, and I'm like, ah, man, I missed the meeting. Then when I joined, like, all of you guys had left saying
Oh,
that,
that's funny.
hey,
This is
and
kind of like the classic, the missing the final thing in college.
yeah. Uh,
Let me ping Rita if she's joining. Cool. I don't know if she's gonna join. We can get started probably.
Yeah, the item I wanted to discuss actually Rita responded on it.
Is that the one that she posted, the ability to report violations?
Yeah,
Uh,
so a user basically wants to um, have a metric or a tag added to the violation metrics, which is basically constraint name, so that they can get violations per constraint as a metrics.
oh, we added the enable constraint label metrics? I don't remember. Wow.
We didn't, like, this user is adding it.
Oh, I see. This PR adds it. Okay, the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
it's written, I was confusing. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, this is yeah, we talk about this so many times. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and so they were basically, I'll give you the gist of it. They were reusing a existing metrics name and introducing a flag to switch between current behavior and the new behavior. My opinion was we shouldn't do like touch existing ones and then add a new metrics on top of it with different name. And I wanted your opinion on that one as well. And Rita responded with the same. So
Yeah. Let me there has been like a lot of discussions about this. Yeah, I know Max had some opinions about this at the time. Yeah, I think we said we're okay to do it as long as it's not enabled by default.
yeah,
Um,
they are adding a flag there
right.
because
Uh,
it can create a lot of data.
right. Yeah, I think our always the recommendation was like, hey, use logs instead of metrics for that. because of cardinality reasons. Yeah, and then how do we? I'm just looking at them. Do we reset this? This is not a ever increasing thing.
No, this is like it's not increasing thing. It's a gauge, so it's reported as a snapshot
Yeah, I see. Okay.
rather than a counter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine to do it as long as it's not default, I think. I'm just looking at the past discussions. There has been a lot of asks for this. I know we had a PR about this a while back, but that never got. Yeah, okay. So that's this, I think this is the latest one we discussed. I'll drop it in the chat. Here is the link. Okay, so yeah, and I think Rita said, as discussed in our Wednesday community call, is that a future gate with default set off to condition allow this behavior. This was in 2020. Yeah, I think the comments there are still valid. So maybe we can just look at that one and then to see if the expectations are met there.
Yep.
I think this
Um,
is the latest one, if I remember correctly. I mean, at least like this is the most extensive discussion.
I'll cross-ref it to the PR.
Cool. And then it looks like at this time we use the detailed violations metrics as the flag. We could keep that or change something to change to whatever. Oh, looks like Rita joined. Hey, Rita. Does that answer questions, Jay?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, this has been discussed many times.
Yeah, and the next thing is cutting a release. Do you want to do it on?
I see there's still stuff in the milestone that's not complete, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think the maintainer thing is a docs one. The note about the sync web enforcement, that's a docs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This adding missing.
Customized version is not going to happen. I think that's like quite a lot of work. I think.
Yeah, I tried, but
Yeah, that's just going to be a whole thing. Let's just like send it to some other mouse.
yeah, and the last one is like Helm file one, which author stopped responding, and I didn't pick it up because I don't think I didn't think it's like urgent priority, so I was kind of looking into
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, let's just move that to the next one. Also. Yeah, we had quite a lot of these ones. They're just people just send a PR and then they don't follow up.
Which one? Like the Helm one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like the Helm one. There has been a few of them. These like this.
There was adding operations on mutations as well. I like that one because it kind of pairs with constraint template functionality, but same thing happened there, so I'll probably pick it up if we
Yeah,
think.
and then just the example that I linked with the cardinality one. That's also happened the same thing, and that was a while
But
back.
to be fair, they opened it in January 16th, right? And then we didn't respond until April 15th. Just to be fair, that's not a good. I mean, would you go back on an OPR?
That's also true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Again, just being a. But the author did respond, right? I can come back to this over the weekend. This was June.
Yeah.
And then no response. Yeah. So I think in general for these, definitely just like bump it and say, hey, we'll leave it for like a week. And if you want to continue, let us know. If not, if we don't hear your response in a week, we can consider taking over and just like build upon your PR or something like
But
that.
I don't know how much of it we should take over, right? Because that's just adds additional work.
Well, depends, right? Depends on if the PR is in a good state, then I think that's the right thing to do. If the PR is not, then we can consider closing.
Yeah, I think that the stale bot will do that. That's why we have it. So we could change the times to be more strict.
The stale bot, I don't know. There's pros and cons with it. I've seen some angry people against the stale bot. Just like, why are you closing it? It's not stale.
Yeah.
I mean, they can just take off the stale label or push something.
They can't. They're not maintainers. They can't do that.
No,
But they can respond, right?
They
Like,
can respond.
But they either don't know that, and most people probably don't. Right? I'm just saying you can't expect people to know these things because
I think stale bots comments say that, like, hey, respond if you don't want. This is not the stale. If not, we can always add that to it.
But like say this PR, the last time was September 7th. So when does the bot like
3 months.
Huh?
3 months.
3 months. Okay.
90 days.
Yeah, I think our bot takes like forever to close something.
Do we want to maybe change it? Is there a way to like change the frequency depending if it's issues or PRs?
We can definitely change frequency. I don't know about issues versus PRs, but I would say likely. This is what it says, by the way. If it will be closed 14 days if no further activity occurs. So there.
Why does it say 14 days after the stale label is applied? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which I think is reasonable time.
Yeah,
I think so too. We do need to move to the stale action. Actually, the stale bot is deprecated.
Can you open an issue?
I'll open an issue for that. Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like you're ready to cut a release? Is it Is it in good state?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, really
You
only
said that with
like
so much confidence.
so there are like the way you look at it is there are two things that are basically on a high level new is one is like external data status and metrics, and the other one is this whole ability to define operations in constraint template and like navigate it through um, VAP. Those are the main two things, and now like I have to fix. There were like couple of CV issues that were raised. I was kind of working on KubeCon thing this day or two, so today tomorrow I'll take up on fixing CVs, so we should be good in 2 days to like cut
Okay,
cut ours.
got it. Um, cool. If there's no blockers for for 321, should we look at 322 while we're all together? Since it doesn't happen all the time. Yeah.
And let's move these three things into 322 while we are at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the docs we can just do it.
Whenever, yeah.
Doesn't need to be on the yeah.
So the chores, the PRs, the chores PRs, are they read like can you also tag some of these PRs into release so we know which one is pending or which one we want to get into the next release?
Yep.
Which one?
Like
The
it's
bot
hard to
PRs?
tell, like save all the PRs, right? It's hard to tell which ones are considered for the upcoming release.
Oh yeah, let's add the PRs.
I wish when an issue is tagged, the respective PR would also be tagged to milestone, but it doesn't happen.
Oh, like if it's linked, right? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm, yeah, I'm tagging those PRs to milestone 322. Yeah, all the depend about PRs we want to close before.
Yeah, anything that's like a release thing that we should merge. Yeah, the Go ones are like for the fake stuff. Yeah, I don't see anything that we. Then the
Eh,
proto buff is not a CV.
I shared one more link into the chat here. I think the PR is pretty good shape. I think it's nice to have for 320. It's basically makes a VAP work close cluster like across the cluster.
It makes what? Sorry.
So it replaces looking for kubeconfig file from in cluster to whatever users want to read from. So
Oh, I see. Yeah.
it get it adds an ability to read a custom kubeconfig file or from a URL somewhere like path from a path, and that means that if that config is pointing to some other cluster, then VAP won't complain about not having API enabled that. Uh, Not having VAP API enabled in respective clusters if the versions are different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh, so yeah, if you can LGTM on that one, then we can
Yeah.
probably
I just ran the tests. I don't know if the test was run. I just approved it.
uh,
Oh,
this let me share my screen actually. What? I'm sorry, I'm still figuring out permissions on the new laptop. So
All good. But what are you doing?
I'm trying to share my screen, but
Oh.
figuring out like
Oh yeah,
permissions on my
you
new
need to give
laptop.
permissions. Yeah. First world problems. New laptop. You might need to restart, but you may not have to. We'll see. Yeah, I really want to do the vendor thing. I'll add it to the next milestone. Not this one.
Wow. Now I have to. Okay. Let's see.
There's two of you now, Jay.
Yeah, I don't. Am I echoing or
No, you're good.
okay? Then I guess it's fine. Okay, so do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
This one, do we want to try and wait for the user to update it and merge it before 321 or
No, I think let's just have it tested properly and then don't rush it.
okay. Cool. This one is marked for 321.
Yeah, that one is fine. Yeah.
This is fine. This I tried Copilot. So this will contribute to like graduating this driver to beta, and I tried Copilot, have it implemented, but it didn't do much of a good job. So I asked Devi to work on this as a good starter issue as well. Um, so I think we can just close this one.
Yeah, I think that was Rita's comment.
You asked Copilot to do it. Okay.
Yeah, I did, but like
Is it bad?
it's yeah, it needs some like revisions basically. It's not that bad, but
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Copilot created PRs because it's just you can't
yeah.
review it and stuff, and it's just like I don't know, it just kind of looks weird.
You can't review it.
Yeah, no, I mean you can if you start it, then you can prompt to fix it, or you can take over the PR. But then as well, like just create the PR yourself.
Mm.
I like while using it for development, but I still want to like guard any changes that is raised so that I don't have to like review completely new changes and explain it to fix it. But in any case, I think let's keep this open, and I'll like work with Devi as well to see where she is at, and then we can just close it in the future. This can, at the very least, this may help her get some idea about changes. This is fine. I think this CI is fine. This is fine. This we might just end up closing. Okay, this one also we are like waiting for author, and it's already marked as stale. Oh, I removed this stale label though. But do we want this in getter?
How far along is it? Is it like is this something you can quickly build upon it, or is needs a lot of work?
It needs unit tests and yeah, that's about it. It
Yeah,
needs.
but then I think these kind of like add up, right? Like there's just like a lot of takeovers and stuff.
Yeah.
So unless we think that, hey, this is like important, then we should just let it be. Yeah.
When did this open? March?
Yeah.
They didn't respond. Okay, I see. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of these examples.
So like they just abandoned it basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, it happens. I also have my own PRs that I abandoned. Yeah.
But I'm like, I guess I'm trying to make it less about them, but more like, hey, what can we do to help them? I guess. Okay.
I mean, so at times when like I'm busy with my feature and doing stuff, I agree that I kind of like get distracted from reviewing PRs, but at the same time, if I divide my focus, I just end up delaying the things that I'm working on. So it's kind of hard to find balance. And in those situations, like sometimes I fail to respond like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and maybe that might be causing some issues here. I don't know.
But that's not this case though.
Yeah, yeah, that's not this case. It happens rarely, I think, but it still happens.
Yeah. Okay. I think yeah, in general for these waiting on author stuff, like unless you think it's like really close, just in which case if you have bandwidth, just take over. Otherwise, just let it like close, I guess.
Okay. Okay, then let's just keep this around and see. I'll ping author later and see if they're gonna
Okay.
update or not. I think auto tagging needs some investigation to do it safely. And this one is we are pushing it to 322.
Okay.
Yeah, I think then all the PRs are accounted for.
The chores ones, I guess they're all, some of them are failing the test.
Yeah, the depend bot ones. I'm
Oh, I
working on them.
Yeah. Those are not important ones. Yeah, it's just the fake stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to not to exclude those?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh,
for
it probably shouldn't be in the milestone. Yeah, let's just take it off milestone.
Yeah, they are
No,
not.
I'm
Oh, I
talking
thought this was a milestone. Sorry.
I'm talking about bump. Like, do we still want it to bump if it's not important? Or sorry, like should it be excluded from the dependent bot bump?
Oh, there's no harm in it. But yeah, but it adds noise. So, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but so the benefit is then when we actually build the fake subscriber and fake reader images and push it to GHCR, the users want to try those images out for like quick start. They get the latest stuff rather than an outdated one.
Okay.
yeah, I can see the pros and cons.
Yeah, I see someone new perhaps.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I joined late. I just saw that you were discussing my PR, which is 4197.
Hey, student, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we were just talking about it. There has been many attempts and discussions about that.
Yeah.
Definitely a super valid case. I put in the last discussions about that. I think we're open to it as long as it's not enabled by default, which is I think but you added anyway.
Yeah.
If you can take a look at the previous discussion, I linked in the. Oh yeah, looks like Jay posted. And then see if that makes sense. Like anything else we need to adjust. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, the only thing I saw that was applicable was about the sort of unbounded set of tags and things. And also the infinite like duration, like things could stick around for too long and that set would just keep growing and growing.
Yep. I think we'll need to reset to 0 every single time, right?
But this is a snap. Like I looked at your PR and I remember it's not a counter; it's a snapshot. Like it's just the gauge thing. So it should overwrite every time
Yeah.
the gauge is observed.
Yeah, sure. I can have a look at the behavior.
Yeah, we should reset every single audit instead of like just incrementing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be like every single audit because I don't know the frequency on how many times or at the duration of when the whole hotel frameworks observes the gauge, and that's not something that we can configure as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't remember how that was implemented, but it should be part of the audit. But yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Sure, that sounds good. I also saw in your notes you were talking about like a release.
Yeah, we have a upcoming release.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I was speaking on mute. Do you have any urgency for this to be on the release, this release coming up, or can it wait until the next release?
I mean, it would be great if it was. We have a pressing need for it, that's all. Which is why we're dedicating resources to it.
I see. Would a beta release of the newer one would also work, or do you need to be like, do you need to have a stable release? It will basically be the same at the time, except that here.
Right. I think we're currently running beta.
Oh, then
But I won't still and tell you how old it is.
yeah, because I think it's a bigger change and we want to make sure it's tested and then like baked in correctly. So that's why I was hesitant on like adding it to the 321 because I think we're gonna cut that very shortly. What was the time frame, Jay? Can you remind me?
This Friday.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like unless we can merge and like properly test this in like 2 days.
Wait, you said November 3rd. We
It's Monday basically.
release this on Fridays, just usually, right?
Yeah. Then it's Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, Monday. So you got till Monday. Okay.
Sure.
But I think it's also we should like probably bake it in because this is like a more extensive change. Although it is guarded by the
Flag.
future flag, so maybe less. So yeah.
Is the upcoming version a patch or a minor? Minor. Oh,
It's a minor 322, yeah.
got
And
it.
then we can cut the 323 beta 1 or whatever also at the same time with that change. So if you want to consume that, then you can use that one.
Awesome. That would be great. Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, let's keep if you, I don't think we'll be able to make it on 322, but maybe we'll just cut a 323 beta immediately and then we'll cherry pick your stuff.
Sure.
Do you
Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, do you wanna create an issue or like reach out it to us in couple of weeks if you forget about cherry picking and cutting a beta one for 320 322 for your change, Stuart?
I mean, I can set a calendar reminder. Is it November? Oh,
So November 2 is RC date, and then 2 weeks from that we'll release actual minor release, and that's where we cut beta as well. But since your change would be in there anyways, we can just cherry pick to beta at that time.
Sure. Cool. So I'll just put in the 14th as a reminder.
Hey, what was the concern you raised around bound? I think you had said something about something is unbounded.
Yeah, let me just run back to the PR that was linked by Jay, which is it 657? I think Max brought up something in the code review that said having the object name persisted in metrics gives the user the ability to own the server by spamming it with a bunch of invalid resources. This doesn't actually add the resource name as a dimension on the metric, so I don't think that's valid, but I think there was still concerns around the label set persisting indefinitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, if a constraint gets removed or every time a constraint gets removed, it doesn't flush it out of the metrics.
Yeah, I think the issue is, yeah, you add a constraint and then you remove it, but then it needs to remove from the metrics too.
Right. I can write I'm not sure. Let me jump back into the testing. I wonder if that's something that can just be replicated in a test to demonstrate.
Yeah, it might also be good to add an E2E on this one. I think we checked the metrics as part of E2E, and then that might be good to just enable this flag and then to make sure it's removed and it's updated accordingly.
I did see E2Es for metrics, but it looked like it was just curling the endpoint, and then, as long as it was returning something, it was proceeding.
Let me check.
Yeah, that's right. That's what
Is that right? Do we not check the contents?
No, we don't check for like specific metrics.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can add the checking the contents for this one then,
Yeah.
to make sure that we have the correct numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure with the E2E. I mean, I haven't looked into it deep enough. Does the E2E actually replicate the behavior of having a violation, or is it just setting things up and sort of smoke testing them?
It actually does check for violation.
Yep.
So it
Yeah.
forces a violation and then
Yeah.
make sure. Okay, cool. So it should be reproducible.
Yeah, I think you just need to like get the endpoint and then grep the whatever the violation thing is. Yeah.
Got
And
it.
then make sure that whatever number is expected. Yeah.
Cool.
Just to clarify, like this is just for audit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so audit would generate new metrics every cycle, right? So that should clear us from any cardinality issues.
But I think the issue is that how do you know the label of something that got removed?
Label of something that got removed.
Say you have like a foo constraint, right? And the foo constraint got removed, but you still have that in the metrics.
I think for this, like, we'll need to just look at how observe work in hotel, because essentially what we do is we report a map every audit cycle. Now, if does observe like update or just recreate the whole metrics? That's what we essentially want to know.
Yep.
The other thing that was raised was around exposing potentially sensitive information via the metrics endpoint that somebody could look at. I know in our case, constraint name and the total violations is already exposed insecurely, but the constraint name isn't sensitive enough that we would worry about that. Is that something that you think people might have issues with?
Mm,
We
They valid list though, because it's not like a resource data, right?
Yeah, it's just the name of the constraint. It's just adding that card or that dimension of constraint name.
Sure. Sorry, Jay, you were gonna say something.
uh, I was trying to see if like we do this similar thing where we expose name of another resource. I don't think we do.
Is it exposed in the custom resource?
I was talking about exposing name through metrics for any other metrics that we have. I don't think we do, but then I think it just comes down to individuals who are responsibly naming them their constraint and making sure they are not something that shouldn't be.
Okay. Yeah, because the other, yeah, doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but I'm not sure what other people's stances are.
Yeah. And CRD wouldn't have names of the constraint, if that was your question.
It doesn't.
It would just have kind, right?
Constraints.gatekeeper.sh. Yeah, see, like get the constraint just gives you the name of it. Because that's the other option for observability would be to write a hotel collector um collector or whatever it's called, the receiver that reads the CRs from etcd. That was the other way we were thinking of doing it, but I thought having it native in Gatekeeper was preferable. But we can go along. Yeah. I don't know. If no one has an objection, then I think it's okay. Cool. That's all the questions I had. Thank you for your time.
Can you make sure we add it to our docs? Oh yeah, it's there. I meant like add it to the metrics docs, like this guy.
Oh yeah, we should definitely add that. Too.
I'll add it to the PR.
I
Because
thought
usually that's where I go. Like to look at what are the available metrics.
It does add.
And then you just add the feature flag to enable it, right? But not the metrics. I could be wrong.
No, it does add the metrics.
Oh, okay, never mind. I see it. Okay, good. Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
Drive-by reviewer right here.
Does it address all of the concerns and questions you had, Stuart?
Yeah, for me, I'm just going to sort of make sure that we don't end up with that unbounded set of metrics. And then I don't know if there's any other concerns from y'all's side.
Yeah, no, I think if we can fix those things and then not have it on by default, I think that's most of the stuff. Yeah, and then add the docs and test.
Yeah, the doc should be there.
The doc is there, the metrics doc is there, but I think Jay, you had mentioned that we should just do some tests, right, to make sure that each audit cycle there's a way to clean up the old stuff, right? So I think that's the last bit.
And add it to E2E.
Yeah. Yep.
You might need to, I don't remember exactly the sequence of E2E, so you might need to like move some things here and there in order to cause the violations and then verify that they are not like the replacement is happening or overwrite is happening. But yeah, feel free to ping me if you have any questions about that.
Sure.
Cool. That's it. We have 10 minutes. Do you want to look at the next release?
What do you mean next release? The 23?
Yeah, milestone basically.
Yeah.
22. Let me share. Okay. I have not rearranged these into the like in terms of priority, so I think this one comes up. This one comes up. Yeah. How does this look? Do you want me to like open everything and go one by one?
No need.
Sorry?
For 10
No,
minutes.
no need to go through them. I think most of these are kind of.
Yeah, we already know most of the
Yeah.
top ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the VAP GA definitely, connection beta definitely, audit as soon as policies are loaded. Yeah, I think so too. Do we have disk driver beta in here?
We don't. I can add it.
Yeah, let's add that one. But we should also define the subtasks for those.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh no, I'm just adding this driver beta.
Oh, okay.
2, 3, 2.
Did the order change?
Did it?
Yeah, I thought the VAP was at the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, back. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, let's add that. Did you add the disk driver?
I think we had it in like 323.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think those are the top priorities: the VAP, the connection, and the disk, and then audit too.
Cool. So do I move this driver to beta in 322? It's on 323 already. So what do you want?
I think we have a direct need for that, so probably things around that. Then yes, I think we should work on this one.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I moved it to.
Do you have thoughts about that, Rita?
Which one?
The disk to beta.
Oh, the exported disk.
Yeah, because we are using that.
Yeah, that makes sense. The disorder makes sense. I think the only one that I'm not sure about is cannot run Gatekeeper out of bounds. I feel like there's enough people asking about it, but then I'm also not sure how many people are still blocked by it.
Yeah, I was just talking to Jay about that. I think it's okay we defer that one unless somebody wants to contribute.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I just don't like that it says bug.
Yeah. Should I remove the label? I don't think it's a bug.
It's
Yeah, more enhancement.
it's a pet peeve, but like usually, right? It's like you prioritize the bugs over feature apps. So in this case, is this a bug or it's just by design, right? And so essentially, if it is by design, then maybe this is actually like a feature ask, right? Is you're saying, hey, this must support when Gatekeeper is not running in the same cluster.
Yeah, I think we added support for this, so you can run it on your dev machine, the manager, and then target like a Kubernetes cluster. I don't think it's working like in another Kubernetes cluster.
Well, I guess like my point also here is it's not a simple bug where it's a few line fix. It's actually something like if we want to support this going forward, everything should go through this thought process, right? Is you should not assume the resources on the cluster.
Yep.
And therefore, I feel like this is not a bug, it's actually a feature. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
let's move to
I want to like actually design this correctly to look at not just the things that's in this issue, but everything.
Yeah.
What else is not doing this correctly?
Do we want to move it off the milestone or do we want to move to 323?
I would say like bump it down, but if we have cycles, I think this is a really good one to work on actually. I would like to claim that this works outside of the cluster actually. So that's why I'm like about it.
Yeah, and I think it works. I think it just needs to.
It doesn't work. That's what we're saying. Like that's what this issue means is it doesn't work as you expect it to work.
Didn't we used to run like that?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, so it broke.
It broke because we always assume it's on the cluster. And so we don't think about what happens when it's not on the cluster.
So it's kind of like a bug. If it did work at some point,
It did work at some point, but then I think we added new features that just assumed, right? And so that's
Which feature, or can you think of like what enhancement might have broken it from the top of your head, so that
anything that requires like you to request resources, like looking at the resource, right? Where you're doing like local API server, right? Like you're assuming the kubectl, the kube config is just local.
Yeah.
Like anytime we're looking at, say VAP, that's actually a really good one, right?
Yeah.
Anything you're evaluating the cluster resources, it will be broken, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then the mutate one, are we good? Like if that one is, I don't actually know what the latest is for that.
So this one actually has a PR. Let me. I remember like adding it. Yeah. This PR is basically there. So we can keep it in 322 and see if author is kind of updating the PR or not, and then go from there.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those, like,
Yeah, this one is the PR for this. So like,
I see, I see. Hmm. Okay.
looks good to me.
Technically, the metrics per constraint should be at the top because it's almost done, technically.
I mean, is this list based on priority or based on where things are?
That's too much. Both? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to remove the out of cluster gatekeeper from this milestone? This is 322, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think we need to defer that to 23 or 24, or just completely take it off.
You don't think we have bandwidth?
I don't. There's zero chance with the WebGA, the beta, two betas.
What's the timeline for 22?
3 months.
3 months from like
November,
yeah.
December, January, February, mid.
Okay.
Yeah, we have holidays in between as well. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sure.
think if we can get those three, like the top three, I mean maybe this driver, I think that would be amazing.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
for VAP GA, right? Like we have to think about it in a way because we added this VAP sync enforcement flag. Do we wanna like wait till 323 to turn it to GA, because we'll need to figure out when we flip the flag and then like remove it if possible.
That's true. This is getting the information from the validating web config, right?
Yeah.
It's opt-in today, right?
It's opt out right now. We wanna do opt in the
It's opt-out.
yeah, it's by default false, otherwise like people will break, right?
That means opt-in. Opt-in means you have to do something to use the feature.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah,
And
that's
and
okay.
that opt-out means it's on by default, and then you
Okay.
can use the flag to opt out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So okay, phew. So yeah, so it's off by default. You have to enable it to use, and then for 22, you're saying for 22 is your way one cycle.
Yeah, for 22 we'll enable the flag, and then like as soon as we enable, should we move to GA and then figure out whether or not we want to remove that flag, because it will basically mean that as soon as we move to GA we are breaking people. Or we can just wait till 323 where that will give us like one release cycle of flipping the flag while VAP is in beta, and then go to GA.
Is this the only thing blocking GA?
There are issues around metrics stuff. This one actually is fixed. I was kind of linking up this, and I actually pinged the author and asked them if adding the operation field resolve their concern. And then there's this one which is basically adding namespace object to parameters for web, because that's like currently if you generate a web you can get a namespace object, but through gatekeeper like we don't have it in cell.
Okay, I would say definitely we could do a lot of this in 22.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think your point is just don't mark it as GA until 23.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Especially if you're adding a lot of these new things in 22.
Yeah. Cool. So I'll mark these for 322 then. And then this one I think is pretty much fixed. I'm just waiting for a confirmation to I like see there are not any gaps remaining.
Okay, do you have an issue for enabling that feature flag? Maybe add it to this one? Or
Yeah. So
22.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're out of time also. Yeah. Right,
Okay.
hope that was helpful.
Yeah, it was.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and good to meet you, Stuart. Yeah,
Thanks. Nice to meet y'all as well.
Yeah.
bye.